This is a very important section because the undo works a little funny, and if you're not careful, you will erase or overwrite something magnificent that you did. So the undo works in chunks, okay? And what I mean by that is you have to make sure that you stop the playback, because if you record something and do not stop the playback and you undo it, it will undo everything that you did. So that's an important step to remember. Let me demonstrate. I'm going to just record something real quick. Okay. So we have this simple pattern that I did. Now I want to show you how the undo works. So let's say I wanted to add an extra kick. Okay. Let's say I wanted to add that. And then I went on ahead and I added an extra snare. And then I added some weird or wild hi-hats. I don't like that, so I'm gonna undo it. Everything that I did is undone. Here's the difference. I'm gonna do the same thing again, and I'm gonna show you how to use the undo in steps. I'm gonna add an extra kick. I'm gonna stop the playback, and now I'm gonna add those extra snares. I don't like those snares, so I'm gonna undo it. And you see the kick is still there. Just remember, when you use the undo, make sure you stop playback. Everything you add, stop the playback, because if you undo something, you're gonna undo more steps than you wish to undo. For those of you that don't know, to undo, you hit Shift B. And you do that when you have the umbrella on the screen. You wanna toggle bars in the KO2. First, you have to have multiple bars. This particular pattern only has one bar, so let's add an additional bar by hitting record plus. Now we have 2 bars, okay? There's nothing in the second bar. As we can see here, there is something in the first bar, which takes me to my next point. If you want to toggle bars, you want to go from one bar to the next, you hit Shift plus. That takes us directly to the second bar. If you want to go back to the first bar, you hit Shift minus. If you was to add a third bar, you can now hit Shift plus again, and it'll take you directly to the third bar. Go back to the second, Shift minus, go back to the first, Shift minus. When you're in your sound menu and you're going through sounds, you can go through the sounds by toggling the plus minus keys. But if you want to go through these sounds a little quicker, you can just hit Shift and plus, and it'll take you through the sounds in increments of 10. As you can see here, 107, 117, 127, 137, so on and so on. Let's talk a little bit about time and correct. I'm gonna play a pattern a little bit out of whack. I'm gonna play it like a drunken master, all off. And then I'm gonna show you how the time and correct feature corrects these actions in real time to show you the steps that it's correcting so you can see how it works. So let's record something really quick. So we have a pattern there recorded. What we're gonna do is we're gonna correct that pattern. So let's hit Shift, time and correct. Now we're in time and correct. We're going to use the orange knob to select the time divisions. Let's correct it at 8 triplets and see what it does. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna hold the pads down that we want corrected, the kick and the snare, and we're gonna press play, and you'll see it count the steps as it's correcting it. Let's turn it to 8. You see it counting, it's corrected 8 steps again, and you see it corrected it. So you can see now the pattern is playing a lot cleaner than when I first played it. And that's how the time and correct feature works. If you want to change the time signature, maybe you're doing something a little odd, wild, and wacky, you hit main In tempo, you see 4/4 here. You could turn the orange knob and you can change it to 3/4, 2/4, 1/4, whatever you see or desire for your project. That's how you change the time signature. And I just want to end this on a fun fact, going back to bars again. I did cover some of this in another video I did, discussing the difference between patterns and scenes and stuff like that. But I just want you guys to know that you can set different bar lengths for your groups. So for instance, you can have 1 bar in group A, you can have 2 bars in group B, 4 bars in group C, and 6 bars in group D. I did get a DM and someone asked me, once you set your bars, is that what it is for the whole project? And no, it doesn't have to be that. I just wanted to cover that because you need to know different groups can have different bar lengths. I hope this video helped. These are some of the combos that you're going to need to navigate the KO2 and do everything you need to do. It's a lot of combinations and little tricks and stuff like that with this machine. I mean, it's not super advanced and robust, but it's enough to get done what you have to do. And as I said, I love this device. I love it so much. I brought 2 more. So if you don't like it, to each his own. I get it. If you do like it, keep working with it. Get good at it. Keep practicing and make it your own. That's what I like about the KO2. You can make it your own and do what you needed to do.